Most of mine are just announcements. Next Thursday is a fairly busy day here. We have our parent conferences, it's a half-day dismissal. Parent conferences from 3:30 to 7:30. Tying into that, I'm also having the second SES fair for the Supplemental Education Service. That's the free tutoring that we're providing. This is the second fair that's mandated by law. I have one vendor from Georgia that says she's coming up. She also said she's going to be here the last time as well. So we'll see how many show up and how many parents take advantage. Right now we have a definite 2 with the possibility of 4 students that will be taking advantage of the free tutoring. So the numbers are starting. Also associated with next week, we have our Parents Association Book Fair running Monday through Thursday in here. And we also have Grandparents Breakfast next Tuesday and next Wednesday morning. All of my
High school has the conferences at the same time as the elementary on the 15th. And Linda, Alfred, and myself and some teachers will be doing the 8th grade planning night that night to let 8th grade students and parents know what their options are when they get to the high school level. And Linda and I met with the high school staff departments today to work out what kind of courses we're looking at for next year. And she's putting together, she and Mrs. Finnerty, the course booklet that will be sent home, and we're going to ask that the kids get them signed by their parents so that we know that parents are taking a look at courses that their children have an option to take, so that they're a little bit more involved before Linda meets with the kids, so that the kids are coming to her kind of with a plan that the parent may have talked about. So that's coming up in the next couple of weeks. This past Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, we had a 3-day music resident program that came to our school on behalf of a private donor who financed the experience for our kids. And there were 4 people that came from the Learning Arts Foundation, and they were musicians. One was a piano player, one was a percussionist. There was a male singer and a female singer, and they did 3 days of programs, some concerts, some workshops, and we did a share situation with Clifton Fine so that their kids came over and did some of the concerts here, and then the people traveled to Clifton Fine there. It was a great exposure for our kids to some very, very, very talented musicians. I think that some of our kids struggled with the type of music. It was, for the high school level, it was about from the jazz era and forward. For the middle school, it was more about Broadway and Carnegie, and that one went pretty well. And I'm not sure, what did they play for the elementary?
It was a real nice mix.
Yeah. They're very talented people, and then there was a lot of interactive time where they could ask questions. I was very impressed with our 5th and 6th and 7th grade questions. I was disappointed with some of the behavior of some of our high school students as far as their lack of respect during the program. So I met with the executive group from student government and the class presidents, which Veronica and Kylie are part of that. And we sat down and we did some brainstorming, and I wanted to get their reaction too. And I don't want to misspeak, but I know that we talked about it could be because kids weren't used to this kind of performance and they were uncomfortable and didn't know how they should act. But then it kind of came up that there was a general feeling that there is some problems with respect that we want to work on, and so the students went away with the charge to brainstorm, and then we would come back together, and we're going to try to put something that is a student-led movement to showing more respect throughout our district for adults, teachers, not that teachers aren't adults, but any adult plus the teachers, the TAs, the custodial staff, whoever it is, and just even respect towards each other. I think that it's just something that the teacher group, that the student group and I talked about as a need and a good time to do it because the students could see the same need.